weird, this.
Something's
weirdly wrong with this car, like it were doing something dodge then. We've now got transmission faulty.
And we've stripped second gear.
And it no longer drives. It no longer drives anymore. It absolutely rips. Oh. Handmade, right here in the UK, in my shop. Welcome to Naw Fabz. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another cold morning in Derbyshire. Today's job is this behind me. BMW 330D. Now this is no stranger to us. I haven't done any content on this car, but we have done some work on it previously. I'll show you when we lift it, but we've already done a back box delete on it. We've already done a res delete on it. And today it's in for the final piece of the puzzle. We're going to be making a 3-inch downpipe for this car. So we'll give you the usual good old review, sound clips, see what it sounds like. But remember, we won't be driving it on road with any downpipe because that's illegal. So we'll give you a sound clip, and then for educational purposes only, we'll put DPF back on and we'll take it for a spin up the road. So as we're doing a downpipe, the very first thing we want to do is remove these under trays. Now notice as we get to this under tray, notice how wet that tray is. Well, later on in the video, that's going to cause us some problems. I'm guessing you already figured that out by the intro. So far we've disconnected the original mid pipe. Luckily, when we made this, we put a V-band at the back of it. So that makes nice light work for that. We never did a video on this. We did this recently, dual exit conversion on it. We never did a video on this, so you won't have got any sound clips of it driving up road, but we will do some on this. But obviously we won't be doing it with DPF delete pipe on. This is because he wants this for track use only. Is DPF still in to start with? Can't tell. Looks very subtly up there. Yeah, it's still in, I can see it. But yeah, he's turning this to a track car, so that's what the DPF delete pipe is for. Would never ever drive it on road with a DPF delete pipe. Never. So we'll give you a clip what it sounds like later on in video, but it will only have mid pipe delete and back box delete at that. Right, we're going to continue. What we need to do now is we need to get this engine mount off. Now these are a pain in backside, so that's next. We've already disconnected a few things on top. Get this engine mount out way, and then battle getting it out. It's been a while since I've done one, but I seem to remember they're a bit of a twit to get out. Right, well this looks like that were a lot easier than I remember. I seem to remember last time I took one of them off, it were a bit of a pain like, but that seemed to come out alright. Looking at that now, that DPF will come out alright and all. Don't know, I thought these were a bit of a pain. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Maybe you're thinking of four-wheel drive.
I might be thinking of X5. I think X5 ones are an awful job. Well, this should come out in a second. Pop this clamp undone. Get to it. That's clamp undone.
It does look like it might be.
Right, we have to come down a little at the engine, I think.
Oh, higher.
There's something else at the back there stopping it in some sort of bracket.
What, still connected?
No, it's not connected, but I don't know if it needs to be disconnected. Looks like it's right in way.
Can you not lower engine down a little bit more?
I think that's making it worse. Look, because we're up against steering right now. Oh, it's so close.
Can't destroy it either because it's got to go back on, remember?
Exactly. It's got to go back on. We can't cut it. That'd be illegal. Got to go back on.
Is it actually in?
What?
Is the DPF actually in?
Yeah. There we go. Something happened. Right, what we're stuck on now? Stuck on pressure pipe now. Look.
Oh, there you go.
There it is, boys and girls.
There's what keeps your car legal. So in there you've got the cat at the front, which is in that section, and then this back section here, DPF. Tell you what, that thing's heavy and all, really heavy.
Bit blocked. Don't look the best, does it?
Well, it's got to go back on, so...
Yeah. We need to get a stage 3 clean then, don't we?
We're making the downpipe, so we've got to keep that one nice and intact. Right, first things first then, usual procedure. We need to make a flange. So we'll do that next. So flange on this is a funny thing. Now I don't know if you're going to be able to tell on the camera. Probably not. But this has got an internal taper on it, so it's not flat. So that's a V-band. If you can see, that butts up to it, but look on the inside, if you'll focus, it's got a gap. So yeah, it's got an internal taper on it. So I've just made one of those. That is started life as a 3.5 inch V-band a minute ago, and it's probably going to be very, very difficult to tell on camera. But on the lathe, I've literally just put a slight internal curve on it. I don't know what you'd call it. You can see it there, look. So them two used to meet together, but look at the gap we've got on the inside. And that sort of matches that pretty damn perfectly. So that will seal on turbo perfect. It's really difficult to tell on camera. I don't know if it'll look better on big screen, but yeah, it will. Trust me, it will. Connor just made the next part of it. So obviously we're not working in 3.5 inch, we're working in 3 inch. So we're going to step it straight down to 3 inch with that. And once that's pressed in there, like that, plan is now, weld round that. This don't want to be that long either. It probably can stay that long, it's not really going to affect out. Yeah, we'll just weld that on there, clamp that to turbo. Everything on car is all back together, so all mid pipes back on, engine mounts all back on. So essentially what we've got to do now is we've got to work from that turbo joint to this clamp here. Quite an easy job at this point now, not too bad at all. We'll let Connor weld that up. We'll rendezvous in a minute. Here's what we've come up with then. So this is a 60-degree bend into a 45-degree bend. Now it looks mad short because there's a reducer in the car, which is that one, look, that's why it looks so short, because of reducer. But we haven't even tried this yet. We're going to try it now, first time, and we're going to see if it fits. Right, so it's not perfect. I do like to show you the cock-ups as well as the wins. You can see, look, it's not quite right. I can get it there. Now, if I were going to be rough, I could just close that gap like that and weld it, but that's putting a lot of pressure on that flexi, so we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to chop this back off, and we're just going to alter that angle ever so slightly, and that will get us where we want to be. Other than that, though, fits a dream. Right, quick modify on that. Take that off. We'll come back in a sec. They're probably going to leave a mucky ring on the face. Safety first. Right, which way did it want to go? It were...
That's the
more
that's
bend,
the
didn't it? I need to
yeah.
put the top out a bit, don't I? Tidy that on the finisher. With a bit of luck, this will fit. Just come straight up. Oh, it looks close. Yep. Just wants to come forward a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alright, get a mark on that. I ain't got a pen. Shit. Quick pen and look around. There it is. Sweet, tag that on. Ready for a weld. She'll do. It's better than that one. Looks like it'll flow a damn sight better, doesn't it? What does that say? For road use. Don't be stupid. Not for road use. It's better. Not for road use. We're going to leave that on there just in case he forgets and drives it on road. We're going to obviously put this one back on when we've done. We're going to have a quick sound check, then we're going to fit that one back on. In case owner forgets and does drive it on road with that one, there you go. PC Plod can see, not for road use. We better get back on then. So this one will fit in a dream compared to that one. This one will just fall straight in, connect up, and we'll be having a sound clip in next 2 minutes. Then, who's ready to hear what a naughty 330D sounds like? Fully straight piped. Well, let's find out. Oof, loud. This is going to be loud. What is it, 330? 330, so 6-cylinder diesel. Should go well. It's loud. So there you go. Now you know what a 330D sounds like with a straight pipe, but sadly, that's all we can do. I'd love to go and take and show it you on the road, but that is very naughty and we can't do it. So we're gonna have to put the original DPF back on and then we'll go and see what it actually sounds like on road, shall we? Connor's just gonna fit that. Just gonna get it back on. 10 minutes, we'll get that back on. This engine cover's all broke, so that's rattling like mad. It's probably going to sound like its engine's falling out. No, there's no rubber poppers on it. Anyway, let's get that on. We'll join you in a minute for a road test. Go and see what this is like. We'll try not to write it off with a skip truck. It's loud, isn't it?
It is loud. Very loud.
Madness.
DPF must have got some air to it. Cleared it out a little bit.
We've cleaned it out, we blew it out with airline, got all the soot out of it, so it's, it's like brand new now. Like a brand new one. It feels like there's a bush or something gone up back. It feels a bit wobbly.
When I brought this in, I felt like it felt weird. Like steering felt weird.
Something feels a bit dodge. Hopefully note falls off and puts us into barrier. We'll see. Anyway, while we're just driving to the spot, I'd like to just take a moment to appreciate all of you. So we are nearly reaching 10,000 subscribers, which is mad, really, isn't it? Mad to think that 10,000 people are like watching us build exhausts. My missus said the other day, she went, how many subscribers have you got now? And I told her, she went, well, I can remember we had nearly 100. And I was like, yeah, mate, I kind of know, to be fair. It was a graph getting 100 here to subscribe. But yeah, thank you to all of you, honestly, that are subscribing and obviously enjoying watching videos. And yeah, also another shout out to the elites, the OGs, the members of the channel. I think there's like 20 of them now, like 20 members. So subscribing is completely free. You can subscribe and watch all of the videos. Every video I do comes out to the public. But if you are a member, so the members get early access to videos. Sometimes it's not much, sometimes it's only a couple of days, but it's not just the videos what you get access to. There is the WhatsApp group. Now I need to mention it because a few of the members
are not in the WhatsApp group. Now, we are arranging to do a members only go-karting session, which I'm probably going to film as well, so it'll be a video. So if you want to be on the video, you want to come go-karting with us, it's looking like it's going to be the 11th of May, and it will be at PFI at Newark. So if you think like maybe you want to come to that, and yeah, then get on it. There's one at members is coming from Kent. What a nutter. What an absolute nutter. Lives like literally bottom of the country and is like, yeah, on it. So madness. Yeah, if you feel like you fancy that, well, join the members. It costs £2 a month. I've put it as cheap as I can possibly do it. As I say, you've got no obligation, but I do want to say a massive shout out and a massive thank you to all the members that have become members to the channel. I do appreciate every single one of you. It all adds up, and it all does eventually help us bring you better content. Right, let's see what this sounds like.
That just wheels me.
Something weird this.
Something
weirdly wrong with this car, like it were doing something dodge then. I don't know what it were doing. It were like coming on, then going off, then coming on. I don't know what that were about. Seems to pull alright then, but I didn't know what day of the week it were then when I went to set off, like give it some. I don't know. We're going to try that again because we're supposed to be giving this a tune shortly, so try this again because I don't know what happened then when I put my foot down. Something weird were happening. It got some mad surge, and we are supposed to be tuning this, so we need to make sure it's right before we go any further. So that was slightly worrying. It didn't seem like it were very happy. We'll see. Oh god, there's definitely a bush up front, knackered. Definitely. Right then, look, it's like, I don't know if it's Gearbox.
It might be.
I'm sure Gearbox feels a bit dodge. Let's try that again. Make sure it's not the traction. That with traction. What is that?
Yeah, it's just bogging, isn't it?
Then it goes like mad. Wheel spin. What is he doing?
I don't know. Weird. Although it did say mud on road there, so.
That's something not right with that. Something is something is properly not right with that. Like it, I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it. It feels like it's surging and been weird. I don't know. I don't know what it is, and it feels very skitty on road. I'll tell you that. This thing feels. It were a bit muddy back there on road, so it did get a bit of squirmy, but it feels very skitty. This. Not sure what to make of this. Like we did plan on doing a drag it pre-tune and post-tune, but not too sure. It might be overboost, you know, because we've took, well, because we've cleaned DPF, because we've cleaned DPF. It might be overboost. It might be learning. It might it might be boost cutting. That's the only thing I can think of. Like obviously it's very clean that DPF, so it's free flowing. I feel like it might be boost cutting. I'm gonna just try it one more time because it's. I'm not sure. Should have brought a diagnostic machine with us, and then we could see what we're happening. Gearbox feels well dodged.
Did I do it again then?
No,
it felt like it did.
It's alright then.
Wow.
Really? Want some brake this time? It's like, I want to brake then. It's alright that time.
Yeah, it did.
I had it in manual then, maybe I'm not sure. I had it in manual rather than auto.
It were only doing it up till.
What is it doing? Look.
That were a boost cut, weren't it?
Yeah. Something weird with this box, folks. Something weird. Right, we're gonna need to go back. We're gonna need to do a little bit of investigation. I'm not sure if we're getting boost cut or if this automatic gearbox is absolutely toast. Because something is not right. I'll tell you now, something's not right. Let's have it in sport. Take it out of drive. Yeah, it just feels dodgy. Something dodgy is happening. I don't know what. We're gonna go back and we're gonna see.
sure. I'm not sure if it's got a bush gone up back. Something feels well weird. I don't know. Oh, then he cuts like mad. Right, we're gonna get back. I'm pretty sure that this is Gearbox myself, because it does it every time it wants to change up a gear. It does like some mad stuff. We're gonna get back. We're gonna have a little chat with customer about this, because we're supposed to be tuning this, and I've got a feeling this gearbox is gonna fall out if we map this. We'll get back. We'll have a little chat with him. In a separate turn of events, we didn't even make it back to garage. I did make it back to garage, but literally just as I've come down ramped at garage, I turned camera off. We've now got transmission faulty.
Then we've stripped second gear.
And it no longer drives. It no longer drives anymore. What on earth? So yeah, I told you there was something iffy with gearbox, didn't I? I told you. So I'm hoping we're going to turn it off and back on. We're going to get drive back. But yeah.
We've limped it down here.
It's dead.
We've killed it. We've killed gearbox.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, got drive back now. So
I'm saying transmission faulty and won't go into drive.
Yeah, it does something weird, right? You go give it a boot full and it just don't know what gear to be in. It's doing some mad stuff then. Just come down there and it reckons, boom, transmission faulty, lost all drive.
Well, it's got a massive gearbox oil leak. I bet there's no fucking oil in it.
Maybe.
Probably.
Let's have a look, see if it actually is gearbox oil, because that might be a problem. Yeah. But yeah, literally.
Well, when you took that, there's obviously your big cover at front and then your second one, isn't there? One that goes under the box. It's covered in oil, that back cover.
Gearbox is covered in oil though, like even if the
there's
bottom
somewhere.
I didn't have a look, I didn't look.
I'm sure it were when we did exhaust on it.
Fuck knows.
Because when you cut that thing out, you come to weld that middle bit in, and I was like, you better wipe that because there's oil that's dripped on it.
Yeah. Right, we need to have a chat with him, because this ain't having no tune today, because yeah.
How are we tuning it and all?
Well, we're supposed to be tuning it as well, but it's
yeah, that's not happening.
It's not happening. Literally, I can't believe it. I'm glad it just happened now. They're not on bypass, because a minute ago we've just done 2 runs at bypass saying this feels dodgy. We just come down ramp then and it binged up saying transmission faulty, and I put my foot down. It went. I didn't know what happened. It's gone off again now. It's all right again. Drives again now, but yeah. Need to have a chat with the old boy.
Let's have a look. See if it. Leave it running now. Leave it running. See if it is gear oil. Bet it is. This way, mate.
Draggy's.
We better have a look then and see if all the oil leak what's underneath is coming out of gearbox, because there's probably no oil in gearbox.
I'll leave all the stuff in for now.
Come on then, Fabz gang, let's go and see what we've broke. Because under here it's looking very wet. I tell you now, it's looking very wet. Let's have a look. I mean, it was wet before, but it's really wet now. So as we can see, there is absolutely no oil on the engine under tray, completely bone dry. But the gearbox one, she's wet through, mate, wet through. So quite clearly this is the problem. The gearbox is probably low on oil, because this were all wet before. Now it has had at some point, so somebody has serviced it at some point, but yeah, I think first things first, we need to start by doing a gearbox service on it. So never a good start, is it, when that happens? No. We've said, haven't we, Connor, at some point somebody's car were going to break on the channel. This is the first one to break on the channel, so congratulations. You didn't make it to the draggy list, but you are on the broke list. You're the first one that we've ever broke. I mean, I think you were broke before, but I don't. I'm guessing he's never had transmission failure come up. God knows. I've had it come up anyway. Right, we better go and give him a call, haven't we? Give him good news. Carl's just pricing up a service kit. We better give him good news. Right, let's give him a call.
Alright, mate.
Jamie, alright, pal, it's Nathan, NAW.
Alright, Sam, mate, alright.
Alright, pal, I've got a little bit of bad news for you, and good news.
Go on then, mate, go on.
Well, good news is Downpipe's done, and it sounds great. Bad news is, this has got a gearbox issue.
Has it?
Yeah. So, when we just went out in it for a pre-run, just to make sure it were all alright before we start tuning it, gearbox seems jerky as out, like it doesn't know what gear it wants to be in.
What, is it mainly when, like, you're going from, like, second to third?
Just like when you're on it, no, like if you get a boot full, it seems to like, it doesn't know, it panics. Anyway, long story short, keep trying it a few times so I could try and figure out what's up with it, because I didn't know whether it was gearbox or whether it was boost cutting. Anyway, turns out it is gearbox, because it binged up transmission fault eventually on dashboard and lost drive, and then turn it off and back on and it's back to normal again. So we get back and have a look, and the oil leak, what I thought was engine, is actually gearbox, so there's probably no oil in it.
What, in the gearbox?
Yeah, because it's got a massive oil leak underneath. I mean, you must have seen drips wherever you park it, 'cause it's bad. I thought...
I honestly haven't noticed anything.
Haven't you? Well, there's a massive oil leak underneath because tray's wet through, and I'm sure it was like this when we built exhaust for it. But yeah, it turns out it's not actually engine oil. Looks like it must be gearbox oil what's leaking. So really it wants a new sump pan on it, and Gearbox wants servicing.
Right. Is that something you could do?
It is, but it's no cheap job. It's like 305 quid to do Gearbox service kit. And I'm not guaranteeing that that's going to fix your problem, but I mean, looking at how much oil's on that tray around that gearbox.
And it works on pressure.
Yeah, and it works on pressure. It drives alright normally. You would never know the difference if you were just driving it around normally, but you put it under full load and the gearbox just does not know what planet it's on.
Alright. So, well,
So in other words, what I'm telling you is, downpipe's done, but I can't tune it like that.
right, so it's still drivable though, do you know what I mean?
It's still drivable, yeah. It did come up
It's just when
saying...
you get some like...
Yeah, so if you're under full load, like I'm talking get it on bypass and you're getting it a full wallop, which is what obviously we're going to need to do to tune it, yeah, gearbox starts panicking basically. It must lose pressure or whatever, because eventually it does lose drive.
Right, so...
But key it off and back on and it goes back to normal again.
Well, if that's something you can sort then, we'll have to book in for another time, or...
You can leave car here and may well get it done tomorrow, like, if you don't need it today.
So I need it to get back home, really, like...
Right, alright, just walking about?
Yeah, I've been with my missus all day, like, so...
Alright. In that case, I mean, eventually it's going to bring up... You're going to end up in limp mode, because obviously DPF's not there. So you're not going to be able to drive it for long without it being mapped.
Waiting for that, then.
Wait, I'll have to leave. I'll have to leave it with you then.
Yeah, no probs. So obviously, like I said, I just want to make it clear that I'm not 1,000% sure that servicing box is going to fix your issue, but judging by the amount of oil on tray, it's got a leak, and automatic gearboxes, if they're low on oil, they rely on oil pressure basically. So if it's low on oil, it's going to cause all sorts of problems.
Right, so...
If you're local, if you're knocking around, feel free to come and have a look, and I'll show you oil underneath and that.
Yeah, I'm just about 4... What time do you shut?
Shut at 6. Yeah.
I'm just about 40 minutes away, so I'll let you walk up if that's alright.
Yeah, if you want, yeah, come have a walk up.
Yeah, I'll say look like...
Alright, no probs. We'll see you soon.
Alright, mate.
Alright,
cheers, pal.
Bye. Right, so he's going to come and have a look. We'll show him oil leak. The parts for the service stuff are in stock, so I'll get them ordered now anyways. He's going to want it doing in because, well, he ain't got much choice, because if he wants it tuning, we need to fix this gearbox problem, so yeah. This is the first car I've ever broke on the channel, folks. We need a broke list. So, I mean, I'm not calling him a liar, but there's no way on this planet he has not seen oil dripping off of that tray. I mean, look down here, look where Connor put the tray on floor earlier. Connor put tray on floor earlier, and look how much oil's on my floor from it just being sat on floor. So it's definitely been leaking oil out, I tell you that. It's definitely been dripping out onto that tray. She's wet through. Well, I think we'll just wait for him to turn up, and well, we'll see what he says. Right, so fast forward a couple of days. So all the gearbox dramas what we had was Thursday. We did the downpipe on Thursday. All that drama was then. I wasn't here on Friday, but since then, Carl has had the sump pan off the gearbox, and yeah, he's put a new service kit on there, put fresh oil in there. He's driven it on Friday, and I am led to believe, well, Carl's drove it, and he said it didn't give any dramas whatsoever. He said it attempted to drive normal to him. Well, obviously, if you're following along with us earlier on in the video, you'll notice that it was far from fine. It were almost like it were boost cutting, but it turns out it were a gearbox issue. Carl did say that he'd probably only drained 3 litres of oil out of it, and it took about double that. So, yeah, hopefully it's fixed this problem. Let's go and find out now. We'll also, we've got the draggy with us, so yeah, if it's all right, we might be able to get a little draggy time going on it. We'll see. And we'll actually get a proper feel for the car now. It felt all right initially before. It was just any time you tried to give it any when it became a problem. So we'll see.
When me and dropped oil out, they weren't even 3 litre on.
Were they not?
Nope.
So
I'd say about 2 litre, 1.5 litre. They literally come out for about 10 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
So there you go then. Probably low oil was the cause of the issue, because it did seem to happen every time it were trying to change a gear. Well, automatic gearboxes rely heavily on oil pressure, so yeah, if it ain't got oil pressure, there we go. We shall see.
just like before, exhaust still loud. Right, well last time we did this, it nearly chucked us through windscreen. Like a new car. Did do something a bit weird then, but I did click paddle and I'm not sure if it upset it because we were sort of like mid-throttle. Try it again. Let's see. Have DSC fully off because all it's going to do is just do a ginormous wheel spin. So we'll not have that. We'll have traction off though, so it at least gives us a bit of power. We'll see what happens. Horrible busy time of day, I tell you that.
Still lathered in mud.
No, we've cleaned it off. Right, breakdown in 3, 2, 1. Oh dear, we broke down. Right, 3, 2, 1. Just getting somewhere, man. Not bad at all to say how much squirm we got. Then back end was struggling, weren't it, to keep power down. See, that's why I left. That's why I didn't turn traction completely off, because you imagine then that'd have just would have just been fishtailing all over road, wouldn't we? So it would have not really gone anywhere. Yeah, I'm not even going to rerun that. That's a pretty good time, that is, boys. I'm happy with that for a rear wheel drive on a slippy road, because it is a little bit greasy and they're doing some work down there at a minute, so like they're getting muck and sludge all over road, and they have road swept it up a little bit, but it's left like a bit of a greasy surface on road. It's definitely no Santa pod, so yeah, I'm happy with that. We'll take that. Right, seems like his gearbox issue's fixed to me. We've got no cutting at all there. That seemed to be fine, driving great. Carl has already been out in it and he's leak checked it. That's good. So we're not actually sure why it were all leaking. Just looking at the sump pan, the old one, it just looked like the gasket had gone hard, and that's that really. Probably low oil, yeah, like I say. Right, we'll get back to base and we'll see what time he did. So let's get Jamie on the leaderboard. So he's going to be, it is 240 horsepower stock. Now they do tune pretty good, these, like 300 plus, round 320. So he's going to be on this one, fast car leaders. So what's he got to beat? 4.66. That ain't happening, is it? Not in a million years is it beating 4.66 seconds, but 7.46 and 7.69 I think he's going to get a good go. So Jamie's 330D did it in 6.82 seconds, which is not bad considering it's rear wheel drive. We kind of did have traction on a little bit to help us get it down. Up an hill, greasy road. Happy with that, not bad at all. So how's that compared to some other ones? So slow cars that blast all them. Yeah. Not quite as quick as S4, but again, S4's four-wheel drive, isn't it? So this is what we said. I think eventually we're going to change this list. We're going to have it like, so obviously that's rear wheel drive. I might write that on there in a sec. That's rear wheel drive, obviously that's rear wheel drive, that's rear wheel drive, that's four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive has got a massive advantage, so it's not really fair to put them in the same category. So I think we're going to draw a line. We're going to have top 5 all-wheel drive, top 5 like two-wheel drive. So I think that's what we're going to do. Not going to do it right this second, but yeah, we're going to get him on there up here for now. But once this gets a little bit more full,
then we're going to separate it into 2 individual categories. But for now, it's sat there in a healthy second place. We're going to wrap that video up there, boys. Obviously got a little bit more than we bargained for with that, didn't we? We weren't just an exhaust job, ended up being more a gearbox repair as well as an exhaust job, but we got there in the end. We'll wrap it up there, boys. We'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.